much, Tony. How are you today?
Doing great. All right, here we go.
Good.
Ready to roll here with Major League Baseball here for Mindy today. We go with the Rays here and the White Sox here. This White Sox team having their major struggles. Two teams in opposite directions, as you can say here. Rays here favored here minus 145, total 8.5.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of these that the Rays, have Eflin back on the mound. He's trying to pick up their second series win over Giolito today, and those White Sox. The Rays are still putting up a ton of offense, but Giolito, he hasn't really been giving up too much here at home this season. He has a 20% K rate and only a .431 slugging percentage here versus this Rays team. He also has only given up a 205 batting average versus the Rays here lifetime. So I kind of expect him to have a good outing here today versus this Rays team. Eflin, as we talked about, he's just coming back off the IL. He's only pitched in 3 games this season, but he's only given up 1 home run here thus far. It's kind of funny when I go ahead and take a look at the splits. I was like, what? No way he hasn't pitched on the road yet. But that's why, right? But he has a 23.1% K rate versus this White Sox team. He had a 3-hitter in his last outing, so he was pitching pretty good before he had a little bit of the back tightness. So when it's a back, I'm not too worried. It's not like it's a shoulder or a leg or knee or something that you have to drive off of. Just a little bit of, tightness that I'm sure can be rehabbed over the 10-15 day period. I think this is going to be actually a little bit of a pitcher's duel here. And it's one of those that I'm going to go under the total here. My only worry is this bullpen by the White Sox. So I need starting pitching here to come through, pitch into the later innings, maybe 6 or 7, and then I'll feel pretty comfortable about the total. Because we know that those Rays are on average going to put up, about 6 runs or so.
All right, Minnie, here goes on the Rays White Sox under 8.5, looking for a good outing for Giolito. Giolito, it's been kind of over his career when you kind of look at some of the numbers here, or actually the team records for Giolito. They've had their struggles with Giolito in April, 2-11 in his starts the past 3 April seasons out here for Giolito. But the good news is we're in late April, so maybe he can get his form together here.
Right. And it's one of those too, he hasn't been pitching, very good on the road. And sometimes it makes a difference where they're setting out on those splits. So that's why I always take a look at those too. And it's another thing to look at, just the Rays in general, how well they've been doing. We know they have one of the best pitching staffs versus the White Sox here has one of the worst pitching staffs. So it's, Tampa Bay is only really allowing, 2 runs or less in most of their games, as well. But again, I kind of look at, Giolito for all of his woes, only having a 200 batting average versus the Rays lifetime. That gives me a little bit of, hope there as well. Rays are 4-5 to the under. Sox, they're the ones that are 3-6 to the under here over their last 9-10 games. I like this one to stay under the total today.
All right, Mindy here going to Rays White Sox under 8.5 runs. As you can see here, this one have a start time 7:10 p.m. Eastern time. MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com. Good results here last 7 days in baseball. Also a good best bet record on the board when you go over to Leaderboard 2.0 and you kind of dig deep in looking at some of the records there. Mindy's been really great this year on those best bets. All right, Mindy, we have 2 NBA on the board. Lots of hockey as well. And, of course, a baseball card. No early day games. We do have a game starting with less than an hour away. So what do you have going over at Tony's Picks? Yeah, your Royals in action.
Yeah, Royals. There we go. Today I'm pretty heavy in baseball only. I've been just kind of going ahead and giving out my best picks out there, for, the NHL and NBA. I kind of feel like the morning steam is where we've been hitting, quite well here when we agree. And so we've been going that route on the early morning show. So make sure you catch that show because we've been giving out pretty darn good picks there in the NHL and NBA. We've been having a pretty good run as of late. So for me, all baseball today. I did go ahead and put out a 7-pack plus a guaranteed best bet. As you talked about, been doing pretty hot on the best bets. So it's a good one to pick up today. Only $15. But instead of doing these a la carte, you might as well go ahead and pick up one of those 3 days that you see right there on the screen. With that, you can get yourself a Friday, Saturday, Sunday package. Looking forward to some, good outing. Again, I feel like the baseball here is definitely looking good. We're ready to pick it up. We're collecting all the stats. We're getting these splits. So we're only going to get better as we go along. So I've been pretty happy with the outcome here so far and looking forward to another good weekend. So make sure you pick that up and feel free to use the promo code TonyT at checkout where you'll save 20% there as well. I mean, it's a really good time to get in on this weekend. Get that bankroll going because things are moving forward here in the playoffs. So we want to keep moving along. We got a long way till June, so we're moving forward there, Tony. So looking forward to a good weekend.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Mindy Hahne over at Tony'sPicks.com. Good results in baseball. Great results with her best bets for this year. So get on board with Mindy right now over at Tony'sPicks.com. As we mentioned to you, action up there here from Major League Baseball. Her 7-pack and also best bet of the day up there. 2 big packages up there from Mindy. Again, instead of buying the plays individually, the best value here on a Friday is get that 3-day pass. Get your premium plays here from Mindy for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All your NBA playoff action in there. NHL playoff action pretty heavy here tonight, coming in tomorrow as well for the weekend. Baseball, as you know, we got 14, 15, and 15. So we got lots of action here for baseball this weekend. So get on board. And, of course, that promo code Tony T at checkout will save you 15% off. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cabras tab and you'll land right on Mindy's page and go ahead and get signed up. All right, Mindy, we put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks Mindy. Also, we've got another show in the books here for Morning Steam, back again at 9 a.m. Eastern Time Saturday. And, of course, more content from you over there on Twitter and on Discord.
Yeah, so make sure you find me on Twitter where I give out even more daily free picks at Tony's Picks Mindy. So if you have Twitter, make sure you get that, set the notifications so you never miss, a pick when they come out. We were talking about this, Royals team and their woes today, but I kind of like them today on the run line. So that's something that you can kind of check out. I mean, if you take a look at it, overall, they've been doing a little bit of, cashing this little Royals team. But yeah, there's a lot to be desired yet there, that's for sure. But yeah, make sure you check us out every morning on the morning steam every Wednesday through Monday, 8 a.m. Central, where we do go over the full card for Major League Baseball, NBA, and NHL. So we're having a good time doing that. Again, I feel like it's so much fun just hanging out with, like Ramon said, about 83 of our friends here this morning. And again, make sure you get into the Discord. As you could tell, we have the conversation that continues in there. We get to see folks' personal life. We got to see all of the images from, the Kraken playoff game. I thought that was pretty wild, pretty exciting. So yeah, make sure you join in there. You can get player props, same game parlays. You can look at all the Scotch locks. I mean, he wins a parlay like every day. So, I think just by, joining up for free is totally worth it if you just kind of go ahead and take a look at that information there. So we're having a great time. Make sure you catch our show here tomorrow morning on the weekend. We're looking for, a big day. We think we're going to get it here tonight. You can still have time to watch the rerun, and then make sure you join us live in the morning again.
That's right, guys. Check out Mindy Hahne over at the Twitter account we set up for her. It's her keystrokes. Tony's Picks Mindy. She has full control of that. So that's hers there at Tony's Picks Mindy. Of course, just that Morning Steve archives automatically. That's what I like about YouTube. Once the live show is over, boom, right away you can go back and watch the replay, which is fantastic technology there. So you guys go back and watch the full Morning Steam. Get the plays from today. Full coverage, full pro coverage today. NBA, NHL, MLB, pick on every game there. Of course, Ramon has a no passing policy now on the morning steam. So that's a no passing policy. No passing policy there.
Right, if I don't get to pass, it's only fair, right?
That's right. So you get a pick on every game there on that morning steam show. So follow Mindy there, Tony's Picks Mindy. Check it out there on the YouTube channel, that morning steam. All right, Mindy, as always, a great having you on the show. Have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you next week.
Thank you. I got a big weekend here. It's my Nebraska Omaha softball alumni event. So I'll be hanging out at the ball field here tonight and tomorrow. So pretty exciting stuff. So I can't stick around to chat here for the rest of the show. I got to get moving. But I appreciate everyone's time and thanks for checking us out here on Game Day Picks. Have a
Yeah.
good weekend,
Have
Tony.
a good one. Hope you get some videos of your alumni softball game.
See, that's the thing is they're doing a home run derby. They're not doing the alumni softball game itself, so they're doing
Oh,
it a little bit different
all right.
because you got a lot of us old folks here.
Oh, you get out there
And
and
I
do
was,
it. If the major
I suppose,
leaguers, when you got major league guys in their 60s and 70s and a few 80s out there doing the old timers game, you guys can do a softball game.
I guess, but I don't get to make up the rules,
Oh,
But I think kind of the way it is my senior year we got beat by the alumni,
oh no.
and I think that was kind of like the last time they kind of did the alumni tournament or the game because they didn't want these all Americans coming out there and beating the current team.
No.
So they kind of put a nix on that. So that's
Oh,
why it's
I
just a home
gotcha.
run derby. I did not enter, but I do want to go ahead. I always have kind of wanted to try out the new bat technology. So maybe they'll let me have just a swing at it. We'll see
All
how it
right.
goes.
Well, how it goes. Maybe some batting practice there from Mindy. All right, Mindy. Have a great weekend. Enjoy
All right.
your alumni get together. We'll talk with you next week.
All right. Take care. Bye
You
bye.
got it. Mindy Hahne here on Game